Welcome to my off-grid adventures. I'm Frank, and I'm glad you're here with me today. Today I just want to walk through the solar panel array that you see behind me, how I built it, how I wired it, and how everything went. I did it in an unconventional way for sure. I'll demonstrate that in a moment, but I did get it done. I'm sure I didn't do it right, but it is working, so I want to just share with you the steps that I took. I also have a free solar panel array calculator for helping you figure out the configuration, whether it should be in parallel, in series, or in series parallel. In my situation here, we wired this in series parallel. There are 8 100-watt panels here by Renogy, and they're wired in 2 sets of 4. So there are 2 series of 4 that are wired together in parallel. There are so many things related to off-grid living and homesteading and RV lifestyles that are intimidating and confusing. And of all of the things that I've researched, solar panel setup is significantly the most challenging and intimidating of them all. I also don't really have a tight plan for how I'm going to mount these together. I just have a stack of pressure-treated 8-foot 2x4s that I'm going to piece together in whatever size is needed to fit these in the same array. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, and we'll see how it works, both with the construction of the array and with connecting it and sending power to the generator. First, let's see what we've got when we open the boxes. I really don't even know what hardware is in here. I've never opened them. I bought these months ago. I think it was a Prime Day sale, and they had the lowest price that I'd ever seen, and these are the #1 selling solar panel on Amazon. So they have a lot of good reviews. I'm sure they're good quality, but there was a window where they were a fantastic price, and I just couldn't pass up, even though I didn't intend on assembling them at the time. I knew that I would want that deal or I'd regret it. This is just the cap to whatever this is here. I'm not one of those YouTubers that specializes in solar panels. Can you tell? It looks like there's fuses in there, perhaps. Is that a fuse box cover? We've got a warranty card and a small pamphlet of some kind. Just basically saying, tell us if you're satisfied. It's like a little survey link. I will keep this since it has a QR code for registering the e-warranty. It's a good trick, by the way, if you're a business selling things on Amazon. Have some kind of warranty for people to register so you have a direct relationship with the customer. I'm a marketer by trade. I own a marketing agency, and that's one thing I tell our clients to do. So unless I'm missing it, there are no instructions anywhere. It's probably because it varies by each use case so much, but there you go. That's what you get in each of these boxes. My vision here is to just build some kind of frame that will align with the mounting holes in the backs of these, and then I'll figure out how to get those to mount together. Each panel is 21 inches long. The length of each one is just about 42 inches. So this is going to be square. It'll be 84 by 84. So we will have a relatively perfectly square solar array when this is done. It should give me enough space for these wires to connect. If I mount them so that the connectors are towards the middle where they both meet. So let me take a minute and see what bolts and screws I have. I'm gonna hunt through my workshop and see if I have the right ones and if I have enough of them to proceed. I have a plan now about building the frame, and according to my rudimentary drawing, it will require 5 boards that are 84 inches in length. I'm going to lay out the full length 8-foot boards here, set the panels on them just to double check and make sure I don't waste any of this lumber. Let's start doing that. This channel is not necessarily about doing things right, it's about getting things done. This is how I do it, at least how I'm doing it today. I'm hoping I can connect both panels to the center board instead of having to double it up there. 83 3/4. Grateful to have my workshop, especially with this particular miter saw that I can extend out the side to precisely the length, and I don't have to measure it each time. As I made that cut, I could hear my wife saying, "Franklin, be safe. Be smart." Doesn't take but a second, right, to be smart? The screws that I have are just a little bit too long. So if it were to go straight through, it might poke through the bottom when it gets countersunk a little bit. So I'm just gonna use these, but try to go in at an angle. I'm gonna try an idea that would involve those zip ties. Here's a view from the back, and you can see it's going through a PVC pipe and heading in to my EcoFlow Delta Pro. It's a mess in there. I still have a lot of cleaning to do. But here's how it's wired. The top 4 are in a series, the bottom 4 are in a series, and they're connected in parallel using these. I'll put links to these in the description. So the top 2 are connected, wired together, the positive and the negative. The second set on the bottom there, those are connected to the next panel below. And then the same thing is true of the bottom. The bottom 2 are connected, and then their wires are connected to each other, positive and negative. And then this is where everything comes together with these joints. I can't remember what they're called, but those are what enable you to use parallel. This is confusing, I know, but when you wire in series, you add up the volts, but you don't add up the amps. When you wire in parallel, you get to add up the amps, but not the volts. So I'm able to use this combined system to reach the maximum capacity of that EcoFlow Delta Pro, at least using this configuration. That's the maximum wattage that I could get out of this configuration of 8. Now you can see my unconventional means of securing this. I built this frame, just piecing it together with 2x4s. And then because of the way all of the mounting holes are on the inside, what I did was just screwed holes and used black zip ties. I could have done something better, I know, but it's working, and I can't really imagine why I might need to change it. If you can think of a reason why I should change that to a better solution, let me know. But zip ties are strong and convenient, and I had them. I didn't have anything else, so I used what I had and I got the job done. So the next on my list is to build some type of rudimentary frame that will hold this up, keep the bottom of it out of the weather, like in the snow in the winter. So I want to get that up a little bit off the ground and then angle it at the right angle for where our sun passes, which is over that sky there. So let's see how that goes. We'll work on that together. And I'm just going to do it however it seems to come together, and I might have to tackle it a couple times through trial and error, but we'll get it done, I hope, tonight. This is the wood that I have available to me at the moment. I've got 3 2x12s that are 5 feet long, I have a couple of 4x4s that are just about 20 inches or so. I have one 7-foot, I think that is 4x4, one gross dead bug, and a couple of 5-foot treated 2x4s. So let's see what we can do with that to get this to be a elevated stand that has it at the right angle and is secure and won't fall over on my grandsons or grandpup. So here is the extremely rudimentary base or frame that I built for it with 2x12, 4x4, and 1x4 boards. The angle's not right, but before it was just leaning against that tree right there, and that just wasn't working at all. So this is better for now until I can figure out a better way to do it and get it at the right angle and with a little bit more secure support. But this is an improvement over what I had, and I'm able to get the wires up off the ground and the solar panels out of the dirt. So there you have it. I wouldn't recommend doing any of the things that I've demonstrated today the same way, but if you only have a limited number of tools and supplies, figure out how to get it done your way. And this is an improvement, and that's all I was going for today. We'll do something better later on, maybe, or if it works, we might just leave it. But there you go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content about off-grid living in Michigan. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.